Mostly we think that the reason our relationships don't work out is because of the issue, the differences, and that we can't come to an agreement on certain things. And so that means we need to end the relationship. Today, I want to speak to you about why that is not necessarily so and what it is the real cause of relationships ending. My name is Jo from Love Shift Academy, and I'm the host of the Dare to Love Club, where I show people how to break free from negative relationship patterns. So I have been with my husband for, I think, about 13, 14 years now. And we've been married for 9, going on 10 years. And we nearly didn't make it. In our dating years, in our first 2 years together, we broke up. We broke up for 4 months, and for both of us, it was over. And when we got back together, my mom said to me, she said, "Jo, you're both good people, but you're not good for each other." And the primary reason behind why our relationship was not working was the way that we were handling our differences, the way that we were handling our disagreements, and how we were either escalating or avoiding the situations that we were dealing with. And we were hurting each other. We were both in our wounds. We were both in our conditioned relationship responses. And in that time that we were apart, we did a lot of growth individually. And when we came back together, we knew something had to change. And that change was not about each other. We took the focus off each other, whereas previously we'd been demanding of each other to do things differently. We took the focus off each other and put that focus on ourselves. And we did what needed to be done to change our relationship response to each other. That didn't happen overnight, and it took some time for us to move from one way of doing things to a different way of doing things. The Gottman Institute who studied thousands of couples all over the world found that it was not so much the issues that mattered, but how we're handling those differences. So whether the way we treat people before we engage each other on an issue, during engaging each other on the issue, and after engaging each other on the issue. And especially if an argument got out of control, or a big fight happens where you do things to hurt the other person, how you handle it afterwards really matters and makes a difference. You are either building a relationship up or you are tearing your relationship down. And it's so easy when you perceive that the other person is behaving badly. They're either doing things to hurt you or they're not doing things to hurt you. It's so easy when the other person is doing that for you to feel that you're justified in the way that you're responding or reacting to that behavior, to that unwanted behavior, that hurtful behavior. And so when we feel that we're justified, we don't think that we need to do something about it. Our focus becomes on that person's behavior and what they need to do and how they need to change. And you can be sure that if you are acting out through aggression, through silence, through avoiding, through manipulation, that your relationship doesn't stand a chance. And it might be that your differences are too great, that you don't share enough values, that you have such different styles that perhaps you're not meant to work. But I was speaking to a client last week whose partner was giving her difficulties and was really triggering her pain. And one of the things that I said to her was that even if this relationship is not meant to be, the quality of this relationship is what you want to focus on. Relationships can be what author Iyanla Vanzant calls "in the meantime." That even if this relationship is not the relationship that's going to be your life partnership, it can still be a relationship that enriches your life, that you learn from, and you walk away going, "Wow, I so appreciate the time that I've spent with this person. It was not a waste." And this applies to business relationships, to work relationships, to friendships, is that you can have a quality of relationship even if the relationship is not meant to last forever. And whether or not a relationship is destined forever, in a way, is not up to you. You can have a fantastic relationship and on year 15 realize that you've outgrown the other person and you want to go in a very different direction, or they may outgrow you and want to go in a different direction. You don't have control over that. You also don't have control over the other person. What you do have control over is you and how you respond. So what I'm going to do for you this week, I'm going to share with you a relationship inventory that's inside my Dare to Love Club, and I'm going to give it to you for free. And it helps you to measure some of the ways that you might be responding to difficult situations. And it's a tool that you can use to see over time whether you have shifts or whether you're deteriorating. So if you want that, drop me a yes please below, or you can message me. And this is what we're going to be speaking about this week, is your relation responses and some of the things you need to be looking at if you want to shift them. So my name is Jo from Love Shift Live, and I will see you tomorrow.